Hello, my name is Wissam Al-Husseini. I'm a professor of strategic management, and today I'm going to tell you about a subject that is touching our lives as managers in every aspect we can think of. Why do companies fail? More than 90% of companies fail over their long run. And we have asked ourselves many times, why do they fail? Is it because of lack of capital? Is it because of lack of talented human resources, or is it for something else? And after extensive research, and we have conducted and done many interviews with managers, studied companies at a close range, we realized that the major reason for companies' failure is the lack of either proper strategic planning or proper strategic execution. So, what does that mean for us as managers? If we know for a fact that actually more than 60% of companies' performance is explained by strategy, 60%, this is a huge figure. So if I know that more than 25% of the external environment will actually dictate what's going to happen in my company, if I know that more than 35% is explained by the internal environment, what do I have inside the company, then I need to find a mechanism to combine them both in order for me as a successful manager to at least make sure that I guarantee this 60%. Now we know there are 40% that goes to risk, something that goes beyond our reach, something that we cannot control. Well, okay, but at least we can rest assured as managers to know that we have this 60%. So where does this 60% come from? Definitely strategic planning and strategic management. So in this module that we're going to discuss together, we're going to spend some time on that, we're going to take you on a very important run through the different aspects of strategy. We're going to start with the very simple terms. What is a strategy? What does it mean? Where does the term come from? If we convince ourselves that we are practicing strategy, what are the indicators that tells us that we are really practicing strategy? We're going to talk about the strategic planning process, starting from the very basics as vision, where do we want to go, mission, why are we here, objectives, being smart at that, and most importantly, external environment analysis. We're going to talk about the macro environment, the competitive environment. We're going even to delve into the strategic groups of the company that we are operating in. And then, and which is important to us as training and HR managers, we're going to go inside the company, which is the internal environment. We're going to dissect each detail of the company. We're going to learn about the resources, competencies, core competencies, distinctive competencies. We're going to talk about competitive advantage. We're going to learn together how can we turn a mere or a basic asset into a distinctive competence that will set us apart from the market. More than that, we're going to talk about, are all our resources unique? We're going to have a very applicable tool that every manager should have at their hand, which is the Vrio model. We're going to talk about value chain analysis. So at the end, from the external and internal environment, we'll be able to build together a SWOT analysis, and we will not stop there because you're all familiar with the SWOT analysis. We're going to go beyond that. We're going to go to the SWOT matrix. We're going to go to IFE and other matrices. These are the matrices that we use actually to analyze the strategy of the company. Once we have covered these basics, we're going to talk about which strategy to choose. We're going to realize we have more than 14 strategies to choose from. We're going to talk about the levels of strategies. Me as an HR manager, where do I fit in the whole grid of strategy? Am I in the corporate level? Am I in the business level? Or am I in the functional level or the operational level? All of these answers are going to be answered in this module, or all these questions are going to be answered in this module where we're going to cover every topic. We will not stop at covering the basics or the theoretical part. At each step as we move through this module, we're going to supplement it with, number one, applicable tools. So by the time you finish this module, you will have with you tools to use on daily basis in order to do proper strategic planning and execution. Number two, we're going to have interactive case analysis. We're going to put ourselves in the place of managers who are facing real dilemmas. We might take it from you, the audience, or I might provide something that is happening that you can relate to, and we will not leave until we find good answers to these questions that are nagging us or they are always on our mind. So in a nutshell, this is what we're going to cover. It is tailored for HR managers and training managers. We're going to separate the daily activities or the function of HR managers from actually strategic HR, and we're going to give real-life examples, applicable tools, in order to have the best benefit of all. Thank you.